Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, the smiles returning to the faces. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, the smiles returning to the faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Ooh, yeah. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes.
Thank you, Ginger.
Paul, push the record button.
Thank you.
Already done.
Got it. Thanks. So let that bring us present to this moment right here, this moment of God, this moment of perfection, this moment of guidance and love. If you will repeat after me, I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and peace.
Open my heart to the universe, accepting love.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and joy. I open my heart to the universe, accepting complete health. So welcome, everybody. Welcome to this wonderful service, this wonderful Sunday. We've got a wonderful service planned for you. We have practitioners around the Zoom that are holding the high watch for us all. They're knowing the truth for us, as we tend to get caught in the muck and the mire of the illusion of life and the fears and doubts and limitations. So during the service, let the practitioners have all of that and be present to the divine right here, right now, because none of that is in the divine. So open up, let all of that go, and open to this beautiful service, open to the divine right here, right now. We have Reverend Michael Rogers is our second practitioner who is holding consciousness for the service and doing the prayers for the day and for today and the week. Lynn Scheider is our wonderful third practitioner holding consciousness for the service. Reverend Marlene is doing the chat room and keeping all the technical stuff in alignment. And our first practitioner, which I thank to the nth degree, Chuck Carstens, for being here and creating this beautiful service with me. So Chuck, if you'll do our opening invocation.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. It's so nice to see everybody here on this beautiful spring morning. Such a glorious day it is. And so I invite you to close your eyes, and as we relax into prayer, let us feel God's loving embrace, knowing that God is right here now, breathing our breath, beating our hearts, thinking our thoughts. And so we know that this service is the activity of God, and we celebrate this one life that we all share, which is God. And so we know every aspect of the service is perfect, it is divine, it is beautiful, and it is good. And I know that each one here today is contributing to the beauty and the wonder of the service with your beautiful consciousness. And so today, let us embrace and open our hearts to God's love and God's peace and God's joy, opening our hearts to healing, wholeness, and wellness. And so I am so thankful for the Center for Conscious Living, this beautiful community where we come together and where we deepen in consciousness. And we give thanks to Reverend Carol, the founder of this community, for it is her divinely inspired idea which has brought us together here this morning on our spiritual path. And we give thanks for Ginger Coyle's beautiful music today, knowing that she sings with the angelic voice of God. And we are so thankful for Reverend Paul as he leads this service. We know that he shares with us a divinely inspired message, and he makes that divine connection with each and every one of us. And I'm so thankful for all of those behind the scenes making this Zoom celebration possible. And I'm so thankful for God's loving presence. And so we give thanks for this new day, and I accept all the blessings for each and every one here. Accepting these blessings, I release this word to the law in gratitude, knowing that God is right here now. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you, Chuck. And Ginger will serenade us in a beautiful song.
Can you see if my reading glasses are on the desk or on the table?
I am light, I am light. 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 I am not the things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light, I am light. I am light, I am light. Ooh. mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light. 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 Ooh. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. I am not my race. My soul inside is all light. It's all light. I am light. Oh, I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am divinity divine. I am the God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light. I am light.
That you are, Ginger. Thank you. That was beautiful. I want to reintroduce our first practitioner to do our inspirational reading and the reading of the affirmation, Chuck Karstens.
So today's reading is from 365, Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. And this is on page 87. And it's called Divine Guidance.
Mm-hmm.
We believe that the mind of God governs all things. We believe that God's intelligence in the midst of us is governing and guiding, counseling and advising, causing us to know what to do under every circumstance and at all times if we trust it. Therefore, every seeming problem has a right solution, and we may turn to infinite knower for the answer. In our human ignorance, we often make unwise decisions, but there is nothing that God cannot set straight if we permit him to do so. If we will but take our personal problem to a high place in our consciousness, it will disappear as the answer takes place. This is a way a problem is solved. We should know there is nothing in us that can keep this from happening. There is no thought, doubt, or limitation. We should feel that the answer is established in our consciousness and will make itself known to our mind right now in our present experience. This can be done only as we let go of the problem, and definitely expect and accept its answer. Since the whole secret of divine guidance lies in the ability to accept it, today I affirm that I do accept it. I do believe that the Spirit goes before me, prepares the way. I do know every thought and act is governed and guided by superior intelligence. There is something in me that knows what to do. It only knows what to do. It impels me to act upon it as what it knows. This very acceptance flows forth into action through me. Always there's an inner, quiet, persistent confidence, a non-resistant but complete acceptance, an inward flowing with the stream of life, knowing that carries me away safely and surely to my destination of accomplishment of every good purpose. This is divine guidance, and I surrender to it. And the Lord shall guide thee continually. And that's in Isaiah. And so now, if you'll turn to your chat, let us read the affirmation together. I know and affirm that God is my constant guide. I am open to the guidance and act upon it in every moment. My life is a reflection of divine guidance. Thank you.
Perfect, Chuck. Thank you. That was beautiful. That's my talk. There you go. It's right there. Thank you. It's wonderful how the service dovetails, how divine mind works, how the divine guides us. My talk today, if you didn't see the newsletter, is around the 23rd Psalm. And today, George Lammis's translation of it. The 23rd Psalm is a beautiful reminder in every moment of the divine guidance. When I first got introduced to New Thought, a friend of mine turned me on to the book Power Through Constructive Thinking by Emmett Fox. And in it, he breaks down the metaphysical meaning of the 23rd Psalm. And I committed it to memory. It so inspired me. It so touched me that I committed it to memory, and I would do meditations. I would literally meditate and run the 23rd Psalm over in my mind. And it brought me such peace. And it allowed me to remember the guidance of the divine. And it has never failed me. The divine guidance has never failed me. I've failed the divine guidance, but the divine guidance has never failed me. And I did this I meditated for about a year and a half, 2 hours a day, every hour when I woke up and every hour before I went to bed. And I was guided to take this workshop in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. This is in the early 80s or maybe mid 80s. And I went with a friend of mine who was going to be a presenter and teach classes there, and met the love of my life that I was married to for 30 years. And all because I took the divine guidance and had a beautiful 30-year marriage. And I trusted the guidance, and so did she, because she came from Pennsylvania. Now, I was down in Texas and she was in Pennsylvania, and we met in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania, because we took the divine guidance. So I want everybody to close your eyes real quick, and I want to recite this psalm, this prayer. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies, and thou anointest my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I will live in the house of the Lord forever. Bask in that for a moment. Feel that prayer. Feel that connection, that guidance that is always there. that inner voice that loves us unconditionally. Now come back to this moment right here. The thing that I love about George Lamas is he spoke and read Aramaic, and that's what the Bible was written in. Here's the Lamas Bible. It's the Old and New Testament. And in this, the Shepherd of All, the editor writes, George Lamas brought the culture and viewpoint of the locale to the Bible expression. He wrote as one who had firsthand knowledge and experience with the people, places, and traditions interwoven into the narrative of the spiritual record. The Shepherd of All, George Lamas, brings an understanding to the 23rd Psalm that could only come from the firsthand experience of a Bible land shepherd. Lamas was raised in a family of shepherds. The occupation of his ancestors for generations. And from the understanding of life, ways, and heart of the shepherd in the East, the reader comes to know the heart of the good shepherd like never before. And the reason I want to talk about the shepherd, the Lord is my shepherd, the shepherd in the times of biblical times was revered, was so important in the time. The shepherd not only shepherded the sheep, but went out beforehand. When Chuck was talking about being ahead, and in his reading, being ahead of us, the shepherd would go ahead and map out where the grasslands were, because this is the desert. So he's looking for the grasslands. He's looking for water. And if there is no water, he's got to dig a well. He's completely taking care of the sheep. And the sheep are just completely in trust of the shepherd. They know that the shepherd is going to guide them to their highest and best, to the water and to the beautiful pastures, to all of their needs. The sheep responded to the shepherd's voice. They knew the shepherd and trusted in the shepherd. And that's why the analogy. When the psalmist said, the Lord is my shepherd, everyone responded like, okay, I understand that. Because the shepherd was the guide, was the provider of all of the needs, was that brought everything together. And the shepherd, if a sheep was straying off, the shepherd didn't beat the sheep. The shepherd guided the sheep back to the flock, back to the fold. The shepherd didn't shame the sheep and didn't condemn the sheep to hell. The shepherd guided the sheep back to the flock and back to all the good and more good that the shepherd was providing for the sheep. So that's the divine. That's God. The shepherd is the divine. We're not necessarily the sheep as in docile. Sheep were docile. They needed the shepherd to get through. We have free will. We have complete and total free will, and God is guiding us to our highest and best. And either we listen or we don't. And the sheep were smart enough to listen to the shepherd. They went, oh, got it. If I go this way, all my needs are met. If I listen to this small, still voice inside, all of my needs will be met. And it's not just our needs, it's our desires. And the psalmist goes on to say, the Lord's my shepherd, I shall not want. And the wanting is, there's a a grasping on wanting. If we're standing in the divine, there is nothing to want, because the shepherd, God, is giving it all to us. It is all laid right there before our feet. It's our job to drink and eat from the green pastures and drink from the still waters. It's our job. God guides us there. It's our responsibility to listen and move. And I think it's Holmes that says, treat and move your feet. And the moving our feet is the doingness out of the divine guidance, out of the divine inspiration. So there's a responsibility for us. It's us to follow and act upon that divine guidance. And there's no wanting. Abraham Hicks talks about wanting, and there's an attachment to wanting. If we look at our desires, there's a desire for it, but there's not this grasping and holding on to it. With wanting, it's an idea that we don't have it and we need it. And we've got to have it. I've got to have this. And if we're standing in the wanting, then we can't stand in the receiving. We can't stand in the divine guidance to where it is, to be able to open up to receive it. Wanting begets more wanting. Have you ever desired something that was like, okay, if I get this, it's great. If I don't, it's, no big deal. And you get it like that. You manifest it in a heartbeat because you've got no attachment to it. Because all of our wanting comes from the thought that if I have whatever this is, I'll be happy. And as we all know, we know that happiness lasts for a day, maybe half an hour, whatever. It doesn't bring true happiness because the happiness is from within. And the happiness comes in recognizing all of the gifts of God that we've already got. Instead of looking out there for whatever the next want is, the next thing that's going to bring me happiness. Oh, if I just had that, if I had $1 million, then I'd be happy. And then we spend the $1 million and we're right back where we were. And we're no happier than we were when we got the $1 million. Because happiness comes from within. The divine guidance will guide us to our highest and best, to all the needs, all of the infinite possibilities, all of the infinite desires that we have. The divine is guiding us, and it's our responsibility to open up to that guidance and step into the action of the divine. He goes on to say, he maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He guideth me, he leadeth me beside still waters. And the still waters, I want to talk about still waters first. The still waters, he says, Lama says, drinking water means receiving understanding. Still waters is a symbol for tranquility and prosperity. Turbulent waters means troubles and hardship. As the shepherd's hands still the water, so the hand of God is on the troubled water of life. His divine care and protection are needed every day in a turbulent world. His infinite wisdom understands still any tempest and remove fear of sin and death. Not that there is sin and death, but the fear of it. That God guides us to the tranquility, to the peace, to the knowingness that we are one with all that is, and the knowingness that we are completely guided and completely taken care of. That supports us, that we are completely taken care of by the divine. That we don't have to worry about anything. That we don't have to worry about any of our needs. What we do is we open up to the divine guidance. And it's always there. It's always there. It's always guiding us. Like I said, I wouldn't have met the love of my life had I not taken the divine guidance. It is for us. God is completely for us, not against us. God wants nothing but our highest and best, wants all of our desires to be met, wants only our happiest. That's what's being said in He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He made me to be happy. He makes me to dwell in rich pastures. That is, He will settle me in fertile places where there is safety and there is everything in abundance. There is no part in God. There is no peace in God. There is no little bit. There is infinite possibility. There is infinite abundance in the divine, in God. And God is guiding us to it constantly, in every single moment, in this moment, in this moment, in this moment. And it's our job to open up to it. And we know it. There have been plenty of times in all of our lives when we took the divine guidance, when we knew it and we went, this is divine guidance, I'm going. And it was miraculous. It was divine. It was perfect. Because we trusted in that still small voice, in that inner divine, in that knowingness. We trusted in it as the shepherd, as the sheep trust in the shepherd. The divine is going out ahead of us, mapping out, is guiding here and guiding here and guiding here, so that all of those things coalesce. The universe is conspiring for our highest and best. The universe is conspiring for our highest and best. Can you imagine that? The entire universe is working for us. That's a pretty good guide. That's something really wonderful to listen to. The guide that knows all, loves all, cherishes all, takes care of all, gives us all of our needs and all of our desires. God is right there leading us. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. Think of that. He made me to be happy. He made me to be joyous. He made me to be abundant. He made me to love, to share my abundance, to share my joy, to share my happiness. He made me to recognize all of the wonderful things that I have right now and to be happy in this moment right here, not in the moment that I get something, not in the moment of wants, not in the moment of receiving, because we're receiving right now, in this moment right here, in that guidance, in that joy, in that love. Now, I want to talk about something that's really important right now. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. The divine has given us this beautiful world, this beautiful marble that floats in space, this beautiful, beautiful earth. A dear friend of mine sends me funny stuff, but also he sends me these beautiful, beautiful, breathtaking pictures of the earth. And I think, man, when I'm retired, I want to go there and I want to see that. I want to see that. because it's so inspiring. It's so uplifting to see the earth and its beauty. And God gifted this to us. God has gifted this beautiful planet to us, for us to completely enjoy, to completely nurture us, because the earth does. The earth takes care of us, and the earth is a living thing. It is God expressing itself through the earth. All of the things that we've made, all of our creations, physical creations, most of them have come from the earth. The earth supplies us with food and water and beauty. I walked out, I can't remember what morning, the sun was out and I was walking the dog, and I just looked up at the sky and went, my God, what a beautiful day. My God, what a beautiful day. And God gives us that. Even when it's raining, it's still a beautiful day. The rain is beautiful. Have you ever seen the rainforest? It's gorgeous, absolutely stunning. And this earth is completely for us. God granted and gave us this beautiful earth, and we need to take care of it. Starting April 16th through the 25th is Earth Day week. And there's all kinds of opportunities, just endless opportunities to support the earth. Later on in the service, June and Marty have something for us around Earth Day. And I thank them for that. I thank them for the reminder of this beautiful, beautiful planet that we live on. So take time this week. Earth Day is the 22nd, the actual day, Earth Day is the 22nd. Started back in the 70s. And it's Earth Day is a reminder to take care of this precious planet that we live on. The Earth was here long before we got here, and it will be here long after we're gone. But it may not sustain our lives unless we take care of it, unless we honor it. I love this, and I read it before. It's reverence. You're Redefining Moments by Dennis Merritt Jones. And he talks about reverence. He says, reverence awakens us to a deep understanding that, to do harm to another is to harm ourselves. To do harm to the earth is to harm us. It's doing harm to us. As we make the connection, realizing that all living things, the earth, are one with the great whole, we are naturally led to treat each other or things, the earth, as we would desire to be treated, with non-judgment, loving kindness, and compassion. The earth is a gift. It is a gift from God. And it's time to be reverent of it, to know that it is a symbiotic relationship, that we feed the earth and the earth feeds us. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He gave us this beautiful earth. Let's take care of it. Close your eyes one more time. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies, and thou anointest my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. And so it is. Thank you. So now comes the point in the service where you get to enjoy the waterfall of abundance, of prosperity. Tithing is important in that it opens the floodgates. Money is a flow. And I've said this many times before, and I've experienced it in my life many times, that if we constrict the flow, the abundance stops. And money flows to us and flows out of us. And if we stop the flow, it stops the flow into us. The flow out in giving, in tithing, we receive 10 times more. That as we give, we do receive. It's in the prayer. It's in the knowingness. So be guided to give to this beautiful spiritual community that we all cherish abundantly. We love this community. We support it. We are here every Sunday for this beautiful nourishment. We are here. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. Right here. This is a green pasture, and we need to support it. We need your tithes to support this beautiful community. So, Marlene, if you will lead us in the offertory blessing.
So if you will say this with me, everybody. Thank you, God, for this abundance that is mine to share. I bless this gift and give it to thee in gratitude and joy, knowing that as I give, I do receive. And so it is.
And so it is. So we have the wonderful, amazing, beautiful Ginger Coyle.
Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Come with me and you'll see into your imagination. It begins with a spin, traveling in a world of my creation. What you'll see will defy explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Want to change the world, there's nothing to it. There is no life I know that compares with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be. There is no life I know that compares with pure imagination. living there. You'll be free, living there. You'll be free, living there. You'll be free if you truly wish to be.
Beautiful, Ginger. That's one of my favorite movies. Now we have a blessing. Normally we do it for our new members. I mean, our someone who hears for the first time. Don't know if anybody's here for the first time, but this is a blessing for you and for all of us. If you'll repeat after me, hold your hands up, send the blessing out to each other, to the people who are here for the first time, and to the world. Welcome to the Center for Conscious Living. We are a heart-centered spiritual community. We open ourselves to you in love. We recognize the perfection of God within you. We celebrate the joyous being that you are. You are a radiant point of light, and we are blessed by your presence. Welcome home. So we have a prayer. Normally we do the Mastermind Covenant, but we're going to do the prayer at the bottom. I'm going to do the prayer at the bottom. So just sit back and receive. The love of God enfolds me. The mind of God inspires me. The Spirit of God enlightens me. The power of God encircles me. I am in God and all is well. For I am enthusiastic, excited, expectant, and at peace. And if you'll turn to your Zoom mate and say, I'm grateful God has heard you. So now, I talked about it earlier, now we have the opportunity to be inspired by June and Marty about Earth Day. So June, you speaking?
I'm here. Yes, I'm here. I think
Good.
Marty's here too.
Yep, I hope so.
Oh, good. Okay. So, Paul, that was fantastic. What a beautiful, perfect, inspired message.
It's all
As we are shepherded into this beautiful green pastures and valleys of this earth, knowing that we are God, we are also shepherds, completely appreciating and loving this home, the only home we have. And this week is Earth Week. And as Paul said, the 22nd is Earth Day, the 51st anniversary of Earth Day. And it's just celebrated around the world and has been celebrated for half a century of all of us who appreciate where we live and our sacred home. And it is our sacred home. So we are doing something for Earth Week that is also happening in many places. There's a program, a movie called Kiss the Ground, which is a very wonderful, extraordinary new movie that's narrated by, who is it narrated by? Speak up, Marty.
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson. There we go. Our Woody Harrelson. Yes. And it's a fabulous new movie, and an organization that we partner with, Interfaith Power and Light, is sponsoring it for free this week. There's free viewing at your leisure. We'll be posting the link. In fact, I can do that right this minute. And please register. watch the movie at your leisure. They're also, when you register for this link, they have a screening, a webinar with the makers of the film on Wednesday. I believe it's Wednesday. And you'll get a link for that too. And also for all of those who do view the movie during the week, we're going to have an informal get together by Zoom on Friday evening, this coming Friday evening, for all of us from CCL who have seen the movie. We're also inviting another group to join us called the Green Faith Circle. CCL is a founding member of our local Green Faith Circle. It's an organization of 9 churches and faith communities in the area who are committed, and I'll read you their mission, connecting people of faith and spiritual communities to inspire, influence, and motivate individuals, groups, and institutions to protect and regenerate our living earth for current and future generations. You could argue with that. So watch the movie. I think I posted it here. And you have the link. And we'll send out an email with the Zoom link as well. Again, it's available all week for free. It's about 90 minutes. It's a really phenomenal movie, and it's very hopeful. So if you're ever feeling in despair about the degradation and what is to come, know that there are millions of people around the world who are holding the light, and that we are moving forward to regenerate and protect our sacred earth for all of us and for the next 7 generations. Thank you, Paul. Marty, do you have anything to add?
Yes, one other point. Feel free to share this information with friends and family members, children, grandchildren. We want to have as many people involved as possible, and people from all over the world will be watching this movie this week. So be great to be able to be part of that community. Oh, and the event Friday night, June, I think you didn't mention, was at 7:30 p.m.
7:30. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, great. Well, thank you all for your attention, and we look forward to sharing this with you.
Thanks, Marty and June. I'll be there Friday.
Okay.
It's a nice opportunity. The thing that one of the 2 things that I like most about it is, one is that you can look at the film, the 90-minute film, at your leisure. And another thing is that it's uplifting. It's not a downer. It's not a, so that excites me about it. I also love Woody Harrelson too. So thank you both for all the work that you do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now on to announcements. We have a number of classes. Julie is here. Julie has a class coming up April 21st through May 12th. Julie, if you want to talk about your class.
I do. Hi, good morning, everybody. And thanks for a wonderful service, Reverend Paul and Ginger and all the practitioners that hold this thing together. It's beautiful. So starting this Wednesday, we're doing a 4-week spring tune-up using spiritual life visioning. And spiritual life visioning is a way to really tune into what is God's highest idea for my life. And we're going to go in 4 different areas and work on them with the aspect of what are we letting go, and really doing that cleaning house thing, so that we're releasing blocks and moving forward with joy and support. Visioning is a wonderful, wonderful thing to do, on your own, and adding a group dynamic, a supported dynamic is really, really powerful. So this is great for if you have not done it before. We will be going over the basics, so you will not be lost. If you have been doing it, please come and join us and get a refresh. And so I'm really looking forward to this. So it's this Wednesday, it starts 6:30 to 8:30, and I guess to join in, you send an email, or what do you do, Paul?
Yep. Email to Marlene to the ccl.org, CCL Morristown.
Great.
can email cclinmoorestown@aol.com, or you can call the church office at 856-722-5683. I put the info in the chat, and just let me know what classes you're registering for, and then I can send you the Zoom link information.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Julie. Join Julie. She's amazing consciousness, as I've always said. And if you have vision before, go to this, because you know the process of visioning. You can open up easier to this process. So if you visioned before, don't let that stop you. Is Regina here? Regina
I
Trucker?
am. I am. You just can't
Yay!
see me.
I did, yeah.
And I'm sorry, it's Regina DeBarberi now.
I'm
So
sorry. I'm
that is fine. I have to get used to it again. So for anyone who's, I've returned to my maiden name. So it's confusing for all of us. But thank you for this opportunity. So on May 19th, I'm starting to facilitate a 4-week class addressing the vegan starter kit. So this is a class around the book, which is called the Vegan Starter Kit by Dr. Neil Bernard. It's simple, easy to follow, easy to read, addressing a plant-based eating lifestyle. So this is just 4 weeks, but I have to be honest with you, there is a warning attached to this, and that is, if you come to this class with an open heart, you will risk expanding your consciousness and your understanding and your love and your respect for the truth of oneness and the reverence for life. So I am so thrilled at this. So if you are just beginning, or if you're ready for this, or you want to try again, please attend. It's an easy book. Our homework isn't just reading the book, but we're also going to be trying out recipes. And on your own, I'm going to recommend a couple of documentaries to watch as well. So consider this next step in peeling back the onion layers of consciousness. And love to you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Regina DeBarberi.
Thank you.
I got to put it in my consciousness, man. Is Haji here? Haji, are you here? Oh, Haji. Going once, going twice. Okay, then I will read it. Haji the class is Mindful of Race, Transforming Race from the Inside Out, which is the only way. Facilitating is Aji. It starts May 18th through June 15th from 7 to 9. The investment is $100. The book is by Ruth King, Mindful of Race. I know with Haji's consciousness that this is going to be an extraordinary class, and it's an opportunity to look at race from the inside out, as opposed to looking at it outside, out there, and being guided from the inside out. So I know that this is going to be an extraordinary class. The thing I want to say about classes is that they give us the opportunity to stay in the conversation of God. That classes remind us. I don't care if you've done the class 15 times. I promise you, it's like reading a book for the third or fourth time, and you get to a passage and you go, I don't remember that, because you are in a new space. You are open. You are at a different point in the journey of your life, and you're open to that now. So classes open you up. They guide you. They keep us in the conversation of God. So take them. When they come up, I don't care which class you take a class. Enjoy it. Let's see. Red Tent, which is the women's group, is coming up May 14th. Get in touch with Kathy Miller or Renee Trellis. All of this is in the newsletter, by the way, if you don't get down to it. The men's group is this Monday, is the 19th, starting at 7 o'clock. Mike Savarese and Meinert. Misha Meinert are facilitating the men's group on Monday. Black, Indigenous, People of Color, BIPOC, which is being led by Aji also. A Sacred Healing Circle. I know that this is amazing because, again, it's Haji. If this calls to you, if you are called to do this, do it. This Aji is amazing and is an amazing consciousness, and I know that it's just going to be extraordinary. One other thing, May 2nd, it's obviously a Sunday after church, we're having a new members get together. We're inviting the new members to, it'll be a Zoom virtual get together, but we're inviting the new members to come find out about CCL, know about, because they've already been here, but what it is to be a member. And we're inviting everyone else that thinks they might want to be a member to find out what being a member of CCL is. If that calls to you, please come join us. We're going to talk about CCL and our journey to get to where we are within CCL, what CCL provides, what CCL does. So come join us. If you're interested in being a member, come join us. If you are a member and want to be involved in this, or if you are a new member and want to be involved in this, get in touch with the church office to let Marlene know that you're interested and that you are declaring as a new member. So that's May 2nd. Come join us. It's a lot of fun. I think, did I miss anything, anybody? What, Michael? Prayer after the service. Yeah, thank you. I did miss something. So after the service from 11 to 12, Reverend Michael and I are going to be doing 3-minute miracles. Please take advantage of this. It's an opportunity for you to let go of whatever the condition is around whatever, and it is completely private. Reverend Michael and I never say anything to each other, anybody else about these prayers. It is between myself and whoever I'm praying for and with, and Michael and whoever he's praying for and with. So let go of any trust issues, let go of that, and allow us to know the truth for you, because that's all it is. All we're doing is knowing the truth for you, because when you're caught in the angst and whatever is going on, you can't get out, you can't escape the situation. Whereas we're not stuck in the muck and the mire of it. We can stand outside knowing the truth and guiding you to that truth, because the divine speaks through us. The divine does the prayer. We're just the voice. So take advantage of these 3-minute miracles. They are absolutely a miracle. I think that's it for the announcements. And we have the magnificent, the wonderful, the extraordinary Ginger Coyle.
Thank you. That's so kind. I have one small announcement. I have a song
Sure.
that came out called Only Love. It came out on Valentine's Day. And there's another one coming called The Mother, which is more about Mother Earth. But you can find that you can type in gingercoyle.com or soulmusicforconscioussouls.com. And it will take you right there on my page, and you can download it or listen to it on YouTube or stream it. It would be greatly appreciated.
Ginger, can you at some point before the end of the service type that into the chat?
Yes, absolutely.
And that way everybody's got it.
Yes. And this, I mean, the music that's coming was all inspired, by CCL and these wonderful communities that I'm so
honored to sing in. So please do venture off to my website and check out the music and share it by all means. Okay, you guys want to sing this little light? Are we doing it all together? Is that what I heard while I was getting ready?
No, we're actually we'll do the prayer. You sing, trust me, your voice is much greater than mine. So you sing it and we'll do the prayer. We'll open it up for the prayer.
Okay. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Peace in my heart, I've got peace in my heart, and I'm gonna let it shine. I've got peace in my heart, and I'm gonna let it shine. I've got peace in my heart, and I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Joy in my mind, I've got joy in my mind, and I'm gonna let it shine. I've got joy in my mind, I'm gonna let it shine. I've got joy in my mind, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This great big light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Ooh.
Beautiful, Ginger Coyle. Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing this for us. Thank you. So now I want everybody to unmute yourself. You can hear the echo. And Reverend Chuck is going to, I'm sorry, Reverend Chuck Karstens is going to read the concluding affirmation, and we're going to, he's going to read a line and we're going to say it out loud.
We used to do.
Just like we used to do. Chuck, you're up.
Okay, and so if you will repeat after me, something wonderful.
Wonderful is happening to
Now.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
It is this thing called life.
It is
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my body.
Life is
It's in my body.
Life is in my mind.
Life
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my feelings.
Life
is in my feelings.
Life is in all my activities.
Life is in all my
Activities.
I receive it.
I receive it.
I share it.
I
Share it.
I am it.
I am it.
And I accept it.
And
I accept it.
That's the way that it
I view life.
Just the way it
Thank
is.
you,
Life.
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 Glorious gifts from God. We say
Yes.
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 Thank you.
Thank you.
I like that better too.
I agree. I don't care how the recording looks.
That is so much fun.
I agree. So it's unanimously passed.
Ah.
Love you all. Have a great
Love
weekend.
you all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Have a good
Bye.
Bye. Great.
Do
Thank
something
you.
for
Have a
Earth
wonderful
Day.
weekend.
Do something for Earth Day. Anything, even if you just pray for the earth.
Yeah.
All right.
everybody.
Plant
Have
a
a great
flower.
Yeah, plant a flower.
Beautiful service. Thank you.
Eat a
Thank you.
vegetarian meal.
Wonderful.
Eat a vegetarian meal.
Go to Regina's class.
There you go.
Come to our movie.
Regina needs to change her name on here. It has her
I
own
know.
name.
I know.
I would have
love
said the same because of what it
Yep.
said.
Yep. Everybody have a
Thank you,
great
everyone.
week.
Hi, Holly.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Hi, Peggy.
Hi, Peggy.
I'm trying to leave. I'm trying to leave the meeting.
Oh,
Hi, Joanne.
just hit the little leave button at the bottom.
Yep.
Bottom
Down.
right
Yeah,
says
I'm
leave.
on my phone.
Oh,
Hi, everyone.
bye.
Hi,
Have a wonderful
Joanne.
day, wonderful
Bye.
service. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Thanks for being
Joanne.
here.
Thank you, Joanne.
Talk to you in a little bit, Marty.
Oh my God, look at the Beatles. Carmen.
It's Patricia.
Yeah.
Carmen Patricia, the Beatles. I love it. That's like the Yellow Submarine, right? Is that the picture from the Yellow Submarine?
No, that's off of Sergeant Pepper's.
Sergeant Pepper. Okay.
Yeah. That was the first album I ever owned.
It was a little before my time, but
Yeah, I know. Well, Michael, I had older brothers. I had my brothers were 7 and 8 years older than I was.
Oh,
so
there
I
you
was,
go. So they were jamming to it.
Oh, absolutely. I was listening to their music.
Oh, that was exactly our time. Not before our time.
Yep.
Exactly. Of course, we listened to it with enhanced ears, let's say.
Yes. I've still got all of my old albums. I've got 350 albums.
Oh, you need a new house?
Well, no. But I kept all my albums when I turned over to CDs. I kept all of my albums.
Oh, maybe they'll be worth something someday.
They're worth something to me.
That's
I actually enjoy. I've got a turntable and I enjoy listening to them.
great. That's beautiful. Thank you so much, Paul. That was really terrific. And
Thank
Michael.
you.
I'm so happy you're doing this. And
Yes.
it's perfect for Earth Day and Earth Week. It's so wonderful. And it's everybody can participate.
Exactly.
You know, and hopefully we'll have a project next year. We can all do in person, but for
And
now,
we'll
this
plan
is
it a little
safe.
sooner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it dovetailed perfectly with the Lord is my shepherd.
I love